Hey everybody, you know what, Jiggin Jerry here. Well, you know, I find myself on the Mount Pleasant Pier fighting something else on the other end of my line. And that's what I love about fishing off this pier. Come and go as I please and just sit there and relax. And unlike a boat, I can do this tap dance and this walk I use. Sometimes it takes a little bit of strain off your arms to walk the fish back, you know. Anyway, so I'm fighting this fish. I just got done catching some flounder and everything. And some nice trout. Well, this fish feels like a stingray. So before you know it, we look down. Well, it is a stingray. And stingray fight pretty tough. I mean, they are strong, strong fighters. You know, they flap those big wings of theirs. They don't have much of a head shake. They cup the water. If they get down to the bottom, they're going to embed themselves in the sand and try to lock themselves down. So before you know it, we throw a net on them. We pull them up. And, of course, after I get them up to the top, you know, everybody has to take their pictures. And I show the stingray off. Now, before you know it, I have another fight take off on my other rod. It's about, I don't know, maybe about a half an hour later. My buddy Ken saw my rod moving around a little bit. A friend of ours, Lena, out there, she heard it click. He checked it for me, didn't think anything was on there, waved it off a little bit. I was just some few yards from it, and he grabbed it, held it for a second, and it just blistered, and I had to run over there and grab it, and it took off, and it went around some of the poles out there on the pier. We had to play past the rod to get around it and come down here, and my camera was set up on a tripod, and it was way away from us. We had to take off so fast, so Ken was kind enough to start filming the fight scene with his cell phone. And then Ken is going to work the net for me when I finally beat whatever this fight is in. So Ken passes off his cell phone, and that's why this footage is like this. It is a cell phone, so everybody films straight up and down. You know how it is. And he passes it off to Lena, and she continues to film for us while I fight this fish. So you get to see the whole fight scene. So this is me fighting the unexpected Big Jack Crevalle.
I think I got him away from the tree. Is he?
No. He is?
He is.
Oh yeah, you can see it. All that line you're going to lose because of that.
So what's going on here is my line is wrapped around a crab trap's rope and float. Somebody had put a crab trap on the side of a pay pier. I don't know why they do that. You got the whole entire ocean. But anyway, my line's wrapped around it. This is the second time the fish has gone around this crab trap. It's so close to the pier, and it's wrapped it. I managed to pump the rod and made the fish turn back to the right. Again, this is the second time it's wrapped that trap. And I thought it was just going to break the line. But you'll see here what happens.
Caught him.
Water here.
Come here, come here.
Now I'm starting to gain some line back on the fish. I am walking him back. Now remember, this whole time I'm fighting, I am only using 20-pound test mono. That's right, Suffolk Siege. And my leader line is 25-pound test. And I'll show you here, these are the two lines that I'm using to fight this fish. And I'm using a 1/0 bait hook. Okay? Anyway, I'm gaining, and what I'm trying to do is get that fish closer to the pier. This time when he turns left, he'll pass on the inside that crab trap, and I should be able to get him in the clear. But you'll see here, the fish still takes me for a ride.
Closer. We just see him. All I want to do is show him. Don't worry about the net. Nobody's near there yet.
Now, for those of you that are wondering, I am fighting this on an old Garcia 6500. Of course, I keep it in great shape. It's caught a lot of fish. And the rod is an old Ariel Star rod. That's right. Casting rod. It's a beautiful rod. I love it. It's landed me a lot of fish. And it's only rated up to 15-pound test. And it handled that big beauty perfectly.
Off the corner, guys. Don't go into the rebar. Stay up right here.
Now, I've just made it past the crab trap, and I'm coming around the end. And remember, at this time, I think this fish might be a stingray, because it's got barely any head shake, and it's pulling so hard, so I think it's a massive stingray. Until a few minutes.
Oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Oh my word.
Ooh!
Look at it, it's a giant jack. It's a giant jack, look out. Holy cow. It's a jack. Fish. Giant jack, look! No, I'm right on you. No, I'm right on you, coming through you. Young lady, come on. Coming under! Please don't get his head up there.
Ooh!
It's a giant jack.
Whoa!
No, you're gonna get back. Get back right here, please. Come on. Get tired, boy.
Oh yeah!
Come on. Keep tossing. Get it over that bugger. Come on, buddy. Fast, Ken. Now, Ken. No. Ken.
Move!
Do it again.
Move!
I know.
Get it up, Ken.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God! Woo!
A new record.
Wow! Woo! Woo! Look at you! Wow! Hooray!
Now, you know, I find it funny when you're sitting there and you're in the heat of the moment and you are battling, and next thing you know, you're watching a playback and you hear yourself yelling, "Now! Get it now! Oh no!" And then the net hits the fish and scoops its head and the fish flops sideways and you think you're going to lose it and you're yelling to your buddy, "Now, Ken, now!" You know, and he's got to get it again before the fish regains strength, but I had this bugger tuckered out, and this is the result.
Dude, that was the hardest fight. Fighting around that, he got wrapped around that crab trap twice. And I still beat him.
So anyway, we are going to now take the fish over into the sunlight where we can get a really good photograph. Now, with that sunlight on there, the fish looking fresh, pow, you get a real nice photograph. Look at what a beauty. And then we go ahead and we weigh it in. Now, the Mount Pleasant Pier is an official weigh station, and that's an official scale, so we weighed the fish. The fish weighed in right at 30 pounds, 12 ounces. What a beauty. And I had a good time. And you know what's funny is we passed that picture around, and I just want to say thanks to all my fans out there and everybody I didn't even know. A lot of compliments. Everybody's very complimentive and made some really nice statements about it, and we're quite excited about it, and I want to say thank you. I really appreciate that. And for those of you out there that said, "Hey, that's Photoshop, that's not possible, that didn't happen," well, here you go. This is the live footage. This is me catching the fish. I hate to tell you, it did happen, and it's not Photoshop. So, for those of you who want to come out and give this a try on your own, it is August. The water's nice and warm. These fish are moving around the harbor. Come on out. Give it a try. You might find your own big old Jack Crevalle or a number of other types of species out here. Well, all right. I just want to say thanks to all my fans out there. I appreciate you watching. And for those of you watching for the first time, do not forget, look down. There is a subscribe button and a notification bell. Click both of those. It only lets you know when I have more shows available. And for those of you that might find yourself down here in the low country, don't forget, I am a freshwater and inshore fishing instructor. I'm also a guide. So if you need a hand and you want to learn any of the techniques that you've seen me use in my show to catch any of these fantastic fish, just give me a call or send me an email and I'll try to get you on the books. All right, thanks. And like I always say, good luck out there and have fun fishing.